In this video, we give you tips to help you design effective intents for your project. When it comes to designing, it's not just about putting elements together, but rather investing effort, time, and experience into the process. This holds true for cars, databases, and intents in natural language processing. Designing intents requires a clear understanding of their purpose and function, as well as the use case and user needs. Careful consideration of the types of inputs the intent will handle and the responses it should generate is crucial to ensure optimal results. Just like designing cars and databases, designing intents is a process that demands expertise and attention to detail. The clarity and distinction of intents have a direct impact on the model's ability to classify them accurately. Generally, the greater the differentiation between intents, the easier it is for the model to recognize and categorize them. For example, the intents order pizza and opening hours are easily distinguishable, even though they both pertain to the same pizza domain. On the other hand, intents for an HR system such as show holidays I have taken and show holidays I have still to take are linguistically similar and require more precision in the quality and focus of the training data. The developer must be diligent in ensuring the model is adequately trained to differentiate between these closely related intents. While high-quality focused training data can improve the model's ability to classify close intents, there's another approach to consider: combining related intents. In this case, you could create a single intent, such as holidays, to encompass any queries related to future or past holidays rather than trying to distinguish between two similar intents. There is, of course, a trade-off in having a wide singular intent versus two very precise and narrow intents, but it is often down to the business, conversation designer, and NLP trainer to agree on the best approach. The goal is to capture and understand the user's intent accurately. And the key to much of the effort is to focus on what makes each intent unique. It's also important to remember that there are different ways to state an intent. Utterances can vary greatly. For example, a user may say, "Please reset my password," "I can't log into my account," or "My password got hacked," to express the same intent. This highlights the importance of your intent's utterances covering the different concepts of each intent. It's also important to remember that NLP is a classification problem, not an understanding one. The goal is to classify user input into the correct intent and provide a relevant response. It's important to test the model early on to see how it copes with different inputs and to identify any areas that need improvement. Without testing, it's just guesswork. As you test and fine-tune your model, you may find that some intents are not working as well as others. In such cases, it's important to be willing to refactor them. The number of intents for a model can vary, but having too few may limit its ability to understand and respond to user input, while having thousands of intents means the classifier is having to work even harder to resolve accurately. To achieve a balance, it is recommended to use multiple skills and a digital assistant. Much of the model is a black box and non-deterministic, but let's look at some concept visualizations to help understand. Having intent borders that do not overlap helps the model avoid confusion, and this makes it easier to understand its output. This is a well-formed model. Even in a well-constructed model, overlapping intents can still occur. However, the goal is to minimize this overlap and emphasize the unique qualities of each intent. By doing so, the model can better understand and classify the intended meaning behind a user's input. Formulaic and overfitting occur when an NLP model is trained on a limited set of data that is too similar, leading to a lack of variation in the training data. It performs well in the existing dataset but performs poorly on new inputs. Big bucket intents refer to a situation where a single intent is assigned to a model to handle a wide range of related inputs. An example of this might be a management function's intent that covers various use cases such as hiring, firing, pay raises, and job role changes. This big bucket intent makes it difficult for the model to accurately recognize and categorize the user's input as it lacks linguistic specificity and would have to rely on entities to differentiate between use cases. It is preferable to break down this broad intent into smaller, linguistically focused intents. By designing intents with a clear focus and purpose, and by focusing on what makes each intent unique, you can create an NLP model that can accurately understand and respond to user input. Please subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more content.